Add some extra bite to your game with Toroline O-Toro Spin. With the help of retired ATP pro Steve Johnson, Toroline created a new version of one of their best-selling strings. O-Toro Spin features excellent spin potential thanks to its low-friction surface and pentagonal shape. It also posted a low stiffness score in our string lab, resulting in impressive comfort without compromising the surgical precision players have grown to love and expect from Toroline. Featuring Toroline's signature bright neon colors, it is available in a 17 gauge. I strung up O-Toro Spin in my racket of choice, the Yonex E-Zone 100. Now I normally string my rackets around 52, 53 pounds, but after looking at the characteristics of this string and I'm talking to a couple other playtesters on how this string played, I opted to bump up my tension to around 56 pounds. I got it strung up on a Friday, let it sit in my racket over the weekend, and then picked it up and started playing on Monday. I found the strings had settled in nicely and it was a really easy string for me to transition to. I thought the string did a lot of things well. Some of the things I want to highlight is the first, of course, is the spin. It is a great spin string, very spin friendly. I was able to get a lot of spin on it, but not so much where I had to change my stroke. So I was able to be aggressive. The ball was really gripping on the string and I was getting nice rotation. The string itself is a nice control-oriented string, so I could be aggressive, but I will note that it does have a slightly higher launch angle, which I noticed and I appreciated, especially on the defense. I had that spin to kind of drop it back in, but it definitely helped me get nice depth on my shots, whether I was on the defense or even coming in and being aggressive. I could get that ball nice and deep. Another thing I would like to highlight is the feel. Now this string is very comfortable for a poly for me. I had no issues and I really liked how it pocketed the ball well. It wasn't too firm feeling and I felt like I was really connected to my string bed, allowing me to hit kind of a variety of shots that I'm normally not used to, whether it was a pickup volley or even a slice. I was definitely adding that to my shot selection. Overall, I had this string in my racket for about 3 weeks, playing about 10 plus hours with it. I thought the playability held up really well and pretty consistent throughout the play test from start to finish, and I was able to get good durability out of it. So I really loved the fun colors. This pink is my favorite, and I thought that this O-Toro Spin offered great spin and comfort in a polyester.
Coming into this play test for the Toroline O-Toro Spin, I was looking forward to it because I've tried just about all of the Toroline strings that we carry, and I'm a big fan of the O-Toro Tour as well as K-pop. Those are two of my favorites, but I've spent a lot of time with the original O-Toro when we first got that, especially the orange color, which is exclusive to us. And this string, very much the same exact string. The main thing I noticed was the profile, a little bit sharper on the edges with the five-sided shape. Just gives you a little bit more grip, a little bit more bite on the felt of the ball. That was the main difference. But as far as the feel goes, the elasticity, I was very much used to it. Like Brittany mentioned, for me, coming into this test, I originally strung it at my normal tension, right around 48 in these Yonex E-Zone 98 pluses. I have the current one and an older one, but I noticed that I definitely had to crank up the tension to get what I wanted from it, and I ended up settling on 52 pounds. So I have the pink one here in the current E-Zone 98 Plus. I have the green in the older model, but I really like the comfort of this string, really the ball pocketing and the elasticity of it. And I think for spin potential, it does two things really well. It grips the felt of the ball with the shape of the string, but it's also very, very slick. So the string movement, the mains, the snapback is really what I notice when I'm going for like a really heavy forehand, getting that dip on the ball. You can feel the strings move, slide, and snap back into place. Now, in terms of tension maintenance and consistency, I wouldn't say it's the highest. I like the O-Toro Tour a little better for that. But what happened here is I strung it at 52, it dropped down a bit, and I think it hit a plateau and it flatlined for like a good couple weeks or about 10 to 12, 15 hours. So all in all, I really like this string. I like the spin potential. I tend to like crisper, firmer polys, but for someone looking for that comfort and that pocketing, this is definitely one you should check out with that little bit of extra bite. And that wraps up our string review for Toroline's O-Toro Spin. For more information on this string or any other Toroline strings, anything tennis related, be sure to head to Tennis Warehouse, Tennis Warehouse Europe, or Tennis Only.